Hi, Warriors. 11:01 EST, now 11:02 EST. Time for Mike and me to bat things around. So, Mike, NVIDIA finally discovered gravity for a little bit anyway. There's no way you could say, well, that's a top in NVIDIA forever. But a decent break in that and the semis. So I'm curious, even though NVIDIA is bouncing back here today, um, I don't think we'll go directly to new highs. Maybe, but I was wondering where was the money rotating to when semis came off and NVIDIA came off? I know you say there's always a place for people to go, and if they're getting out of NVIDIA, they have a lot of cash to deploy, and we know it's illegal to just stay in cash. You get thrown in jail unless you rotate into something. So what were they buying
If
when,
that was if that was the case, I'd be on death row.
yeah, well,
We all
I
would.
know you believe in cash, but you're older than 30 years old. No one under 30 thinks you should be in cash.
No, coach. I
So
mean, I have. Listen, it's hard to place a lot of money. I don't trade that style where I can place it. I can have 100 million under management. I got a nice eight figures, but I have 50% cash. Well, believe me, 50%. If I ever deploy that other 50% cash, there's a 5 to 10% move coming in either something or across the board. Trust me, because I'm either down in it big or up in it big.
okay, will you let me know if you see any I was talking about NVIDIA getting to a new high and it didn't quite make it yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, Amazon. Um,
Well,
we,
what about Google? It's only they're all they're taking it and they're going to Google, coach. It's only a matter of time. Microsoft, same thing. It's only a matter of time before they go to Amazon. In my
before
opinion,
before they go down, you mean?
no, before they go up again.
Oh, okay. All
That's
right.
where so Nvidia sold off fine. Oils were strong yesterday a little bit. They sold them off a touch. Your Apple computer, Meta. Look at Meta. Meta's the one today. You have it
Yeah, I
right
see
there.
that.
So that
Not
believe
it.
me, if you think I don't know what's going to go, listen, I wouldn't short that, coach. I know it's lagged. I get it. You know what I mean? But there's calls going into it too, and there were calls going all day yesterday in Soxel, SOXL. Go back to the
Okay.
video or do whatever you got to do and look.
Okay.
But there are other
I don't.
stocks
I
there.
don't. I don't think I'd buy Microsoft up here, and I don't think I'd buy. Uh, well, Google still diverging. You're right. There are some things making highs. And a lot of them are Mag sevens, but I'm sure you have some stocks I've never heard of that you've been trading and participating in.
Of course. Well, when you see moves in the video like you just showed, when you see these mega caps doing something, yes, I like it. But I run. I'm an active manager. I've been in this business for 20. I run towards the volatility, and I'll punch up some stock. I'm not saying I'm right in them, but there's stocks that are moving that I want to be in.
Okay.
Not in.
I know some correction guys talking about, 5,200 or so, 52 and a half. So that would mean that there's still some pretty good downside left. But I agree with you that this will not be the major top. And do you know why? You know
No.
my work. Why don't I, even though I think there could be a correction and I talked about it, why don't I think this is a high in the S&P 500? Okay, here you go. The answer is a confirmed high before we started pulling back, huge momentum, almost 80. So, it's rare that you get an important high with momentum confirming price. So, regardless of what it does to the downside, I still think there's a chance for another push up to new all-time highs.
I know, I
So,
understand that, coach, and that's to me, I don't trade many indexes. That's to me, I understand that. I'll show you one. If I punch up my page, the market's gonna. It's like I know
okay.
there's CPE coming Friday. I'm impervious to it, and I'm not being egregious. The whole
Well,
way through.
we're also end of month, end of quarter, so there's
Okay,
some of
look,
that
I'm gonna
stuff
punch up.
going
Let
on.
me share. if I
All
may.
right, let me just show one last thing. I'll give it to you, and it's GDX. And I've been trying to be patient for a while, and since April, you've had to be. There's some people saying we have a head and shoulders top here. I don't know if it is, but if we stay under 35, I think there's a chance that we could buy GDX with a 31 handle here in the coming weeks, especially if I'm wrong about the dollar and the dollar's going to rock. So I'm turning over my television set to you. That's how it was at the beginning of the show Outer Limits. That I don't know if you remember it or not.
I do
Remember
actually.
Outer Limits?
Yeah, I do actually. Hold on a second. Let me do
It
something
used to
real quick.
scare me, Mike, to give control of my TV to some voice coming over it. I was always worried they'd never give me control of my TV back again, which,
Oh, all right.
I would have had to see a
You obviously never
therapist.
went to a bunch of pawn shops when you were a kid like I did. But, I'm
Good
used to
one.
that
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So you've given away your TV. All right, man. So you could share and
I apologize. All right, share screen. All right, coach,
yeah.
this is what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? Here's my basic screen here, as everybody should know this. HUT. This has been taking leaps. HUT, the Bitcoin miners. What's wrong with
Yeah.
this?
You know what? And
Wolf,
remember last week
Wolf,
I was
Wolf.
talking about
This,
I was bearish Bitcoin and the miners were I was going to ask you about that. The miners didn't care. That
coach.
was
All right,
2000 they
CCL. CCL, Carnival Carnival had earnings today. Yeah, the video pulled back, but there's Carnival. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a pullback on a short.
it
It's a
looks
buy and a
good.
pullback. All right, so there's another sec. There's something else. ENVX, a battery maker. All of a sudden, huge short
Wow.
interest. It closed at 12. Right now, it's at 16. Huge volume at the high of the day. So I understand where the S&P is. I get it. Once I see the proverbial red on my screen, but let's go back to my main screen. Oil's taking a little rest yesterday. I appreciate that.
How's
Uh,
Oxy look? I know that you were going into we
I'm in
talked about
I
oils
actually bought
last
Devin
week.
this. Which one?
We were talking about oils last week.
No, I bought Devin this morning. As a matter of fact, my biggest loser right now, I'm long 72,000 RIG, to be honest. And this looks horrible. As you can see, I have offers here. I don't know if you can see my screen. I'm trying to sell 8,000, but this is the chart. I tried to think situations. As you can see, hold on, settings, position info. I'm long 72 from 523. Hopefully I hit that. I've been using that. Maybe it's a doji. Oh, I don't know. But I'm looking at the other best of breeds, which is why I bought the laggard. Mistake. Schlumberger looking nice still. I mean, it's actually positive on the day after making nice through the 50 day. Let's
Yeah.
look at the other end. Let's even look at the XLE. All right. So this is folks. This is a bullish move. Come on. That's a bullish chart right there. I don't get what I
Yeah,
mean.
just pulled
Look at the
back,
volume
a
come
real
in. Let's look
choppy
at
pullback.
Chevron. Yeah, that's the main
Yeah.
thing. So
Oils look
good.
good, man. The Israelis are going to go into Lebanon. So I know they're not a big oil producer, but Lebanon is even a stronger ally with Iran. They're
Uh-huh.
also very well equipped. So, there's a lot of stuff on World War III out there on Twitter. So, any
There is
oil
actually.
disruption,
And you know what? I thought
any
about
kind of
you.
disruption. Well, look at that.
Oh, that's split. That's nickel.
Oh, I
Look
see.
at that. There was also, and I don't listen to it much, but last night I saw, and it was more than usual about how there was two attacks in the town and the Russians support
Oh, yeah.
U.S. NATO supported attack from Russia to a
Yeah.
different attacks in Ukraine,
Yeah.
and that
Also, there was sabotage in Germany at a ballistic missile plant. They're saying the Russians did it. That's on foreign soil. It's actually an act of war if a foreign country comes in and blows up a munitions factory. But that happened in Germany. It's getting very little play. But I think it's
I'm glad I don't listen to this, Coach.
escalation. Yeah,
I'd be, you know
you'd
what I
want to
mean?
cut.
I'd be
You
quite
do.
honest.
You want to slash your wrists.
I'd be down in the business.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, we have a couple of questions.
No, I did not. I did not take any off. I hope Nasdaq rallies. I'll put more on Ocean.
Yeah. All right.
And whoever asked me about palladium yesterday, now I know I don't trade it. Looked good yesterday and gave it all back today. I have enough just with gold, silver, and copper and platinum. It's enough of the shiny stuff for me.
I got
Palladium's
to get in the slippery
illiquid.
stuff, like
Yeah,
ExxonMobil getting raised to 154, calls it the energy stock to own for the next 5 years.
yeah.
Now, I don't want to be contradictory or hypocritical when I don't say I look at long-term
Why
things.
doesn't Zero Hedge, with all the followers they have, why doesn't he buy a shirt?
That's a Tyler Durden. It's a movie character.
Oh, okay.
That's actually Brad. My Body with Brad Pitt's face.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah. You
it's
have
from the movie called Fight Club. You ever hear of it?
the bike love?
Yeah.
No.
Get to
How do you get that scar on your abdomen there?
him.
You said it's your body.
That's not a scar. That's a freaking ripple. Oh, right here. I don't
Yeah,
know.
what's that?
It's superimposed. I Photoshop. It was a Photoshop fail. I apologize.
All right, buddy.
All right. So here's the list today, Coach. This is what they're doing. Let me punch up other things besides
Green,
that.
green, green,
I
everywhere.
did buy a little Devon, by the way. Where are you, Astro? That was me. I bought another 4,000. Actually, I have it in the fund, but I bought 4,047.24 on the pullback. Let's see. All right, but they're taking stocks like there's a lot of movers, Coach. You know what? They telling me this thing, DGTX now has a lot
So
of
it's
room to go
are
higher.
the uraniums getting a bid with oil?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this was the stock of the day. Look at this one. Oh my God, it went higher again. Nano nuclear energy, Coach. 1, 2. This is the stock of the day. And by the way, I'm not in it. I did post it in the room this morning, obviously at 23, now trading 35. Getting to your energy question. They're not interested in uranium anymore.
Wow.
CCJ.
How about
I'm
that?
actually in this one, SMR. I hope it's up with this thing. I have
Yeah,
a
that
bunch of
looks bad.
SMR.
CCJ looks like 45 coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I
All
have
right.
10,000, 9,600 SMR from 1048. It also has the word nuclear.
So
There's the
that's in.
daily.
So what's the difference between people liking nuclear and uranium is what they need for nuclear? So why is uranium getting hit and nuclear stocks ripping?
Because the market has no memory and algos are chasing volume breakouts and
Okay.
range. They are.
Okay.
Do you understand why? I don't really understand. I mean, why was MD AMD was positive yesterday and some things don't, Coach, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can actually say I don't know.
I, you know what? That takes wisdom and humility to say I don't know. There's a lot every day I don't know, and you know what? Every day I'm wrong about something. Anyone who can't say I don't know and I was wrong, I think they're charlatans.
No, 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 you can't do the Coach. I want to bring up one more thing though, and this is a trade gate holding, and it should be a trade view holding. Let's
Larry's
look
on
at
it.
and no NVO.
What nice breakaway gaps.
Lily, how about this? And by the way, one of a former guest of TGH, Larry,
Yeah.
by the way, garnishing almost 100,000 viewers, still blowing my Coach. I followed this guy before I followed you. I mean, that
Yeah.
enough said. All right, here. Lilly, NVO on the new high list.
Yeah.
Quite a few solid uptrends in healthcare.
Larry's very disciplined. He's good.
Oh, he's excellent. But the thing is, all right, so NVIDIA sold off, oil pulled back. This keeps sentiment in check, fear and greed in check. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not fearful. The VIX every day, the VIX was opened up 7% yesterday.
Yeah.
It went negative. It does every morning. Here, this is the most active list. Anybody has any questions in the video right there? Tesla, no surprise.
SQQ still showing up, huh?
Yeah, well, I understand why. VLCN, low floater, we brought it up. Normally does 100,000 shares a day. I don't know if the trade's over, but it's traded 14 million so far. The stock's has a huge range. It's near the high of the day. Yeah, these are the things. Hold on, it may be a one-day wonder because it seems you got to keep an eye on this thing. You got to watch what happens. Get on the listen. I don't want to be pontificating. Get on the demo. Trade these things. Get a different style. You know what I mean? I do. I implored, not implored, Coach has no ego, so he might have taken, I asked Coach to get a demo. What was that about an entity, Coach? About a couple of option sweeps. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
might get a demo on how to trade palladium after I didn't know what was up with it. I'm not kidding. So anyway, there's the new high list and yours earnings.
Any option sweeps of note
Yeah,
today?
Soxel. SOXL.
Okay. Long semis.
Yes.
Okay.
What else do I have? Whatever I posted in the room this morning. Hold on. Let's go. Let's go to the live feed. What's right here? Chewy, Hood. Okay. ZI, squeeze. CCL, earnings. Big gap. Exxon, long-term play. We know about it. Hood, acting well. Chewy, I already brought up. Nevada, I don't put much. BTBT, Hut, brought it up. BTBT, look at this thing. A Bitcoin miner.
Still looking at stocks.
Hold on. Oh. Pages. Let's look at this thing. Now, I don't know if it's over, but you know, call sweeps are what we preach, if you will. In time, even if it doesn't work with this price action volume and range and option sweeps, they give you an out if you're wrong. Here's BTBT. All right. The stock's got it in it. It's a Bitcoin player, Bit
Look at that
Digital.
volume.
All right. So, I don't know if it goes to 4. I don't know if it's over yet, but you know what? It's got a lot going for it. I don't know if it's my style yet.
I think it wants those 550 highs, bro.
I would,
I'd hold
Coach.
it.
And you know what? It's going to get exactly. And this is the weekly. And it'll get the ultimate compliment from a guy that's seen a lot, if not all. I won't be that. I wouldn't even think about shorting it. And that's a compliment for a guy who's got a thick skin. Or hold on, that's not a thick skin, or that has seen a lot. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Right?
All right. So I saw sweeps in S&Ps that you had up earlier before you showed that chart. I mean, in the spies. What are they doing in the spies?
In the spies. I think I just saw something come off bearish.
I thought I spy bearish wise guy action.
Yeah, but you know what wise guys are? Wise guys are trying to pick tops and stuff. That's not sweepers or any bombs going across,
Okay. Okay. All right. NVDA wise guy bearish action. Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't know the difference before this. So
No, wise guy action. Well, no.
Wise guys are the big shooters, and big
No, wise
sweeps
guys.
are
No,
what?
wise guy. Look, I'll show you. I'll give you. Where's a wise guy? That's a night. Here, you see it? Wise guy action.
$9,000 bet.
That's a $9,000 bet. Alexis could do that. Surfs Up
Right.
could do that. I don't put much
Yeah.
credence in that. No disrespect to Surfs Up, but when sweepers come in, that's a guy that walks in and makes so much money. He says, "I'll buy the bar, everything. I'll buy the. Everybody has a cocktail. I don't care what it costs."
Average dollar volume for one of the big sweeps.
What's that?
Average dollar volume caught that they put into it
Big
on the big
sweeps. I don't look
sweeps.
at
Not
anything
9
over.
grand, what, 100 grand?
Well, it depends on the entity.
$500,000?
It depends on the entity, Coach. Valley National is a small bank. This is wise guy action. The stock trades 8 gazillion shares a day. That's why it's wise guy action. TGTX is more, that's what you want to see. That's more sweet, more something that I put credence in. I brought it up before. His Soxel. All right, this guy would have put how much in? $250,000. All right, so Soxel's
So that's what I'm asking.
But hold on, Soxel's a heavily traded, another one, another $250,000.
Yeah. All right.
I would,
So
if it was in Camping World or maybe Zillow or Macy's, I would think about it, but you never know there. But bottom line, sweepers say, I don't care if it's, they don't do something in a again, to be done egregious manner. But if suppose you're buying Apple, it's $100. The sweeper would go, I want 80s, 90s, and 100. Take out the ask on those 3. Sweep it out. I don't care.
got it.
Wise guys are getting fancy. I don't know. Maybe the guy's trying to pick the top on NNE. Who knows? One of those things. We're good?
Yep.
Percent gainers in 15 minutes. Where am I? What happened there? Here. The NNE. ZIMV, HUT, gaining the last gaining. Look at HUT. I mean, yeah, real. Listen, these are the gainers in the last 15 minutes. I wasn't even looking. But the ones we made, I mentioned VLCE, naturally mentioned NNE, HUT,
Yep.
BTBT. Are we good?
Yep. We're good.
Alexis, Surf.
You want to wrap it?
Yeah, wrap it right there, coach. You're the one. Yeah. All right. Don't count your pips, not your blessings. And oh, count your blessings, not your pips.
Yeah.
And I'll be in here. That's it. I don't have anything else. I'm focused on price action, range volatility. Coach, you could probably wind it more. MU, I believe, is tonight. CPC is on Friday. Yeah, so I don't want to. Oh no, it isn't. Maybe MU's on
Was
Thursday.
it CPI or
MU's
earnings?
tomorrow night. CPE is on Friday.
Okay.
And
Okay.
MU's on Wednesday. This is Tuesday tonight. So tonight earnings. Anything going to in the earnings? FedEx. All right. Am I interested in shipping rates? I'm not real. I don't know. Let's look at FedEx. Going to matter? No. So
Well, you
FedEx.
have some nice picks today, Mike.
I don't know. I haven't looked in
Yeah,
a
you're
while.
like not like it's a rare event, but
Well,
there's stocks I didn't notice, and very interesting the nuclear thing happening and uranium heading lower. That catches my eye a little bit. So
well, this is one of my feeds right here. Is a CCL COs on CNBC. Crude on the high, silver low. QQQ is trading above the 10-day. I don't care what you think. That's algo related. They keep it above the 10-day. They're staying above the 10-day. TLT remains red. I don't know. That's it, coach.
yeah,
It's a
I'd still
me.
like TLT above 93, and don't go to sleep on these miners just because we've entered a consolidation period for the last couple of months. They try and put you to sleep and break out your bushel basket at GDX 31, and that's the way I'm going to play them.
Coach, can I just ask you this? This is a good question because I don't. Maybe I should. Are there certain times of day that oil trades more than others, such as like when the markets close overseas?
No, I mean, I if it does, I wouldn't know that.
And it's not a move that would make sense, or that no. The answer is
I
no. And
mean, there's a lot of volume on OPEC days and on, what the statistics on inventories, EIA stuff. You'll get volume just like anything else. When there's news, you'll see a bulge in volume. But as far as the time of day, like when the guys are going for lunch, it's probably lunchtime on Wall Street now, or getting close, and things kind of quiet down and then pick up a little later. I haven't noticed that in crude.
any lead opinion, Coach?
I'm surprised how weak the grains have been. Uh, so uh, it's an I don't know. Actually, corn, beans. Look at that. I'm really surprised.
You know what that looks like? You know the other entity it could be. The other
What?
Widowmaker. That looks like a natural
Oh,
gas
nat
move.
gas. Who I have to give credit to. It's Dave. Um, what's Dave's last name again?
Hunter.
Yeah, and he's a bull in the metals and bonds, and we know what he thinks of the stock market. But when I brought up grains, he did say to me, Dale, I don't think that's going to be part of it. I think it's more of the bust. It's not going to respond. Also, he's an oil bear. So, he could be wrong on something. But he said avoid grains. It could be part of the, disinflationary period. I'm surprised they're this weak after that rally. I was looking to buy retracements, and looks like new lows here. So I didn't touch them, or you would have seen it in the room. Anything I do or anything I have conviction about, I post in the room. I post on Twitter. I say it in the live stream. I'm not like Mike. I don't have new 10 ideas a day. So
I have
Mike's a
losers. Trust me.
Mike's very, a very gifted trader and actively gifted. Where I'm still bearish a dollar, and their recommendation was last week. I'm still in it. It's not working yet. Still short Canada. It's not working yet. Um, I'm not underwater. It's not working yet. It did get to 136 today. I'll go over it tomorrow in my live stream.
Oh,
But I'm still gutting out a short position in the dollar and waiting for better levels to buy miners, and still long TLT as long as it holds over 93. But
how about coach?
that recommendation was a month ago. So if you're looking for action, Mike's Action Jackson. Okay.
Listen, it's harder to make 10% in TLT than 30% of the stocks I'm making right now. Trust me.
I know. Well, Mike,
But
I
you know
just
what? With
love.
that volume, coach, yesterday, if this thing takes out yesterday's high with that volume washout and got the people giddy up, ooh, I just want to say that's
Hey,
what I.
you see that high up there at the end of 24?
Yeah.
That's going to be taken out,
Wow.
in
I
my
like this.
view. Okay.
Why do I get off the screen? I'm going to buy this more of this SM energy. You might know it.
Okay. So energy and bonds higher. Interesting.
Buy
You would
three. Oh,
think they'd be
it
polar
traded. It traded
opposites.
235,000 shares. I was supposed to
Yeah.
buy 3,000. I got to work this
Yeah.
order.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe it's
Anyway,
David Rosenberg time. We'll see what happens the second half. I still say this macro wise, Mike. Here's my sister. I know we were going to get off the air. Dale, I'm going to sell my stocks right before the election, all the funds I'm in,
mhm.
and get back in right after the election. Now, if she can time the market like that, I've been wasting my time. Could it be that Pat, Mike, or could we get since a lot she's John Q. Public, I think a lot of people are thinking that. I'll
Well,
just get
everybody
out
does.
before.
Helene's one of her literal, and she admits the best indicator is her mother.
Okay,
Still calling it for mother's. Yeah.
all right. So
Uh,
I'm thinking there's a surprise this summer before people plan to get out. We'll see. I just know that's too pat for me. And I'm not talking about the polka. She's too fat for me. I'm talking about that's too pat for me. Okay. So I think, though, we could get a sell off this summer into the fall and then rally into the election. And people will puke in the summer and they'll get back in at higher levels after the election. That would be something. So, uh,
the NVIDIA question from Henry. Any updates on the video? Still wait till 111. I'm trading the thing all day long. I'm trading this NVDL. I'm waking up at 6 in the morning. I'm buying this thing, selling it. I made good money in NVDL today.
well,
Uh, I don't really know about, but NVDL this morning, which is one of the NVIDIA, ETF. I mean, thing was
well,
trading $61, 61. I'm selling it at 68. And that, by the way, it was trading there. Even if you go to 9 o'clock in the morning, it was 65. I'm selling it. I sold my last NVDL at 68. Now it's 70. I'm just trading. You know what I mean? I don't,
yeah.
this needs to settle no matter what position it's going. The bottom line is the reason why I did it. I don't care what it was. Any stock that's in a basic uptrend, meaning an uptrend for this long. I mean, it's not like it's a broken down stock like a.
Wasn't it your other rule too?
It's a
Third
three.
day
No, it's
down?
a three. It's a guy. I was
See, I
buying.
know your stuff. I know your
I was
stuff.
coach. I'll even show you. Hold on.
3 day
NVDL.
down and 3 day up.
Third
You
day
can.
down
There's a
on a big
fade there.
macro stock with huge volume. And here's my trades on the video. Hold on a sec. NVDL. Here's my executions. Let me go to yesterday. It was prior day. I'm buying this thing at like 8 o'clock at night. You know what I mean?
After dinner
62.
drink.
I'm buying it at 62. I'm buying it 60. No, I'm buying it 62 last night, $63. And then more. So, and then executions. Today I'm selling at 68. It was good. No, I had 4,000, whatever it is. I made what I made, but it
Okay,
was a good
well then
trade.
obviously Henry wasn't reading the posts when it mattered.
Market's
So
freaking
anyway,
flying. Look at the
okay, I see
Amazon coach.
some new names anyway in our community. They've discovered some value, and
Well,
I
what they also
discovered.
should realize is that we're answering them right away. But I mean, I get nervous when people ask things and they you don't. And people are taking the time not to ask. TTD going higher with or without you. There you go. That's 100. This stock's 98. How about our STX? The last time we said it was at 98. It's going to 100. This the TTD.
All right.
So
We're still
anyway,
seeing the TradeGATEHub site.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The trade desk.
Okay.
Meta.
That looks like a wedge
Google.
developing. Yeah.
Even the CRWD, former best of breed, that got hit. They want cybersecurity, that's the one to buy. That's how I group anybody that I group best of breeds. CRWD, best cybersecurity, DDOG, ZS. Square, everybody knows is a dog. That's why it's all the way down here. All right. Affirm is the better one. That's why it's up here. So anyway, for those that know me, I'm up there. Devin quitting. All right.
Okay,
All right,
everyone, you
Coach.
see the right side of the screen, it's only part of his universe. So, just like the Hubble and the new telescope, they keep finding how big the universe is. Mike's is ever expanding too. So, good talking to you today, partner.
You too, Coach. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to not be as on my game, if you will, a little bit more short term. I'm not gonna lie. SMR, I'm in a lot of that one. Ooh, giddy up.
Fade Mike at your own peril. I'll leave it with that.
Matter of fact, we're gonna buy another what? We'll buy another 2400 SMR. Woo!
Don't just,
Bill, oh,
again,
they ran away from me. All right, don't worry. How can I not buy more of this, Coach? Look at this.
it's a blank screen,
Oh,
just with your prices upper left. Oh, yeah.
that's a
See
weekly.
it.
You know, it's
Yeah,
in this
11.
new scale power.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Market's
Even
going,
only
the
I
market's
not even have
going,
more than this.
the market's going nuclear. I hope the world doesn't imitate the market. And thanks for pointing out a sector that probably most people weren't even aware of till you brought it up. Thanks, Mike.
You too, Coach. Trade well, everyone. All right, I'll be in the room. I'll do the Carvana. I'm in it. There you go.
Okay.
I'll try to do better than next time.
Your list is shorter of things you're not in.
No, I'll tell you what. Yeah, this is my list.
Yeah.
Actually, don't worry about it. Listen. I'm all right. I'm all right. Don't worry about me.
All right. I'm not. I just appreciate you. Talk to you later. All
Thanks,
right.
Coach. Cheers.
Bye bye.